Hi YouTube and welcome back to week 4 of Stanley Cup playoffs event. As always, we have 4 new MSPs and bunch of other cards, and there is a lot I want to talk about because even considering the cards this week are not bad, I'm not really sure I understand EA's logic of how they are choosing the MSPs. If you're new to the channel, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe, and let's dive into it. The 4 MSPs will be Bobby Orr, Jonathan Marchessault, Peter Forsberg and Brett Hull. We also have Billy Smith, Jaromir Iginla, Teemu Selanne and Patrick Waugh. We also have some style icon 3-0 cards, Tim Stutzel, Trevor Kidd, Mitch Marner and Alex Ovechkin, so these are all custom builds, should be really decent cards. And then we also have some prototypes released, Jarkko Ruutu, Kirk Maltby and Stefan Yale. Really don't know any of these players, but I assume because they gave them a card, there is a reason why. We also have hot moments, which I will briefly open because I don't really want to engage with this idea. It's just not worth your time. If you didn't complete a single one, you cannot unfortunately go and play the ones you want. You have to play them in the order and it's just like pointless. You get 3 gold players, 4 gold players. The idea of the moments is great, but they just need to give us a better rewards. Let's say if you're doing the week 16, the perfect ending, you will get 3 event collectibles. It's just not worth your time, even considering the difficulty is superstar and majority of the player base will not even be able to complete it. For 3 event collectibles, I better go and trade in some gold cards. If you look at all 4 MSPs, in general the cards aren't bad. I'm just surprised that some of these cards are getting the MSPs because they already have cards and some of them are even better than these MSPs released yesterday. So let's start with number 4, Jonathan Marchessault. Not the biggest guy. Again, I probably would not even pick up this card because of his size. This far in the year, if you don't prefer smaller players, he will be bumped off the puck easily. Right-handed winger with some decent superstar and zone abilities. So playmaking forward, sniping forward, two-way forward, and defensive boost, checking boost, playmaking boost, and shooting boost. To be honest, if you look at the skating stats, shooting stats, and hands, it's a 96 overall MSP. If you're a fan of Vegas Golden Knight, you're making a team, or you just like this player, then yes, this card is worth picking up. Otherwise, you probably could just get cheaper versions of 96 overalls in the auction house. Again, I'm saying in the auction house like have 15 cards at the moment only. Superstar ability Schneip, Elite Aegis, Tape to Tape, No Contest, and Shrug It Off. This is probably the best superstar and zone ability combo out of all 4, to be honest. If you look at the stats, there is nothing screaming out saying, oh my god, I need to pick up this card. So the only reason you should go and spend 28 collectibles of making this card is only if it's your favorite player or you are building a Vegas Golden Knight team. The next card is probably the best MSP this week, Bobby Orr. I'm really happy that he's finally getting a card. The last time he get a card was an All-Star event. 90 overall wasn't bad card to be honest, but we finally have a 96 overall Bobby Orr with offensive defenseman, two-way defenseman, and defensive defenseman, checking boost, dangle boost, shooting boost, and defensive boost. If you look at the skating, everything is almost 99, shooting is decent, hands are great. With the help of the synergies, you can also get that body checking up. Superstar abilities Wheel, Elite Aegis, Shutdown, Relentless, and Heatseeker. Heatseeker and Shutdown would probably be what I would activate. I know a lot of people like Elite Aegis. I personally tried to activate Elite Aegis as a superstar ability or zone ability. I just don't see what it exactly does. Other than that, I probably would say Bobby Orr is the only card actually worth spending 28 power-up collectibles. Now let's talk about the Peter Forsberg. There is a lot of people out there who love Peter Forsberg and was probably waiting for his card. But at the same time, if you are a fan of Peter Forsberg, you probably have already his power-up icon. If you look at the MSP, sniping forward, playmaking forward, and power forward, not really bad. Checking boost, playmaking boost, dangle boost, and shooting boost. Superstar abilities, Unstoppable Force, Elite Aegis, Puck on String, Truculence, and Make It Snappy. Make It Snappy is not bad. Skating stats, decent. Shooting stats, decent, hands also okay. My only point is, if you're a fan of Peter Forsberg, you probably already have his power-up icon. And why is EA releasing MSP for the card who already have power-up icon? All these MSPs were released on the 31st of May, day before the power-up icons are getting an upgrade. So let's say you already have Peter Forsberg's power-up icon and you can upgrade him all the way to the 96. Outside of Endurance, the card is really great. Also have, I think, better synergies to be honest. It does cost you a little bit more, but don't forget you probably was upgrading it as you go. Superstar abilities Puck on String, Elite Aegis, It's Tricky, All Alone, Truculence, Unstoppable Force. If you prefer Unstoppable Force over Make It Snappy, then probably you already have this card. And the point I want to make is, these cards were released yesterday, the day before the power-up icons receive an upgrade. So technically, now you can upgrade Peter Forsberg to the 97. And this card is even better now. Why would someone make his MSP if you can just go and grab this 97 overall power-up icon? Let me know down in the comment sections below. Do you understand EA's logic? Because I don't. The next one is Brett Hull. Again, not a bad card, but also nothing is screaming to say, I have to make this card. Sniping forward, playmaking forward, and two-way forward. Defensive boost, checking boost, playmaking boost. At this point, all these cards are pretty much identical. The only difference you see is the size of the player. Unstoppable Force, 1T, Shrug It Off, Magnetic, and Crease Crusher. Crease Crusher, I never really use it, so I don't know what it does. If you do know, let me know down in the comment sections below, because I always want to learn something new. If you look at the shooting stats, 99, the skating is decent, the hands are decent. So technically, the only difference what makes this card better than his power-up icon is the skating stats, because that endurance is 94. Because same as Peter Forsberg, if you are a fan of this player, you probably already have his power-up icon. The only difference between MSP and his power-up icon is only the endurance. With the help of synergies, you can boost some of the stats because the hands are decent, the shooting is decent, the only thing is acceleration and endurance. Other than that, agility and balance and speed is not that bad. Superstar abilities make it snappy, off the rush, crease crusher, snipe, close quarters, and 1T. I think then Gold 1T is really fun ability. With his size, as a right-handed winger, you probably would use it quite a lot. Another card I want to point out, Teemu Selanne. I think he actually received like so many cards this year that I cannot even stop counting. 96 overall right-handed winger. Not a bad card, but even at 96 overall, his endurance is only 91. Superstar abilities, Born Leader, Ankle Breaker, Elite Edges, Wheels, and Snipe. But I like to repeat myself, if you are a fan of Teemu Selanne, you probably already have his Winnipeg Jets power-up icon. I use his card at the beginning of the year and I really loved it. I'm actually considering to maybe go and pick him up again. Because you have the same story, you can upgrade him all the way to the 96. I think the synergies on his power-up icon are much better than on his Stanley Cup playoff card. If you look at the superstar abilities, Puck on String, 1T, Unstoppable Force, Ankle Breaker, Snipe, and Gold Wheels. And as of today, again, you can upgrade him all the way to the 97. So this card is much better than his 96 overall card. Yes, the endurance as always is a problem because EA absolutely messed up endurance on all the special cards, to be honest. And I think they only realized that in the second half of the game. And now it's just too late. But it's still, if I need to pick between his Stanley Cup card or his power-up icon, I personally will go with his power-up icon because not that I think that his zone and superstar abilities are better on his power-up icon, I just think that his power-up icon will probably even play better. This is what I was saying, I don't understand the logic when EA is choosing the MSPs or who is getting the card. Some players are getting the card almost every single week, and there are cards like Team of the Season and Team of the Year who never really received an upgrade. Matthew Tkachuk, for example, is playing an Eastern Conference final, and he is still stuck at 96. There are multiple female Team of the Year or Team of the Season cards who never probably will receive an upgrade and they will be stuck at 92, 95, 96. Come on EA, do something about it. Like, why are you giving us Team of the Season, Team of the Year cards where people are actually spending coins and fodder to make it and then you don't really do anything about them? I don't think there is one person out there who wants Teemu Selanne to receive 7 cards, for example. If there is someone, I will apologize in my next video because I just don't understand how someone would like to see Teemu Selanne getting multiple cards and some other players don't receiving a single one. And of course, we also have some Stanley Cup Playoff Week 4 objectives. All you have to do, you have to score 3 goals and you get yourself a free 86 overall card, which I already did. And I think this is one of the best free 86 overall cards they actually gave us. Sniping forward and speed boost. If you activate the synergies for an 86 overall card, you can boost him all the way to the 95 speed. If you're just starting out, this definitely will make a difference. Gold Wheels will also make this player feel much faster. The shooting is okay, the hands are okay. Really like what I did. Yes, he's probably one of the smallest players you can put in your team. At this point, it's not about the size, it's about free card. If he doesn't make your team, you can always trade him in for a collectibles. After you can put this card in your lineup and all you have to do is go and do 65 shots into squad battles and you will get yourself a free 88 Ted Lindsay. Another free card. If you don't want to use it, you can always just go and trade in it for a power-up collectibles. Then you need to score 15 goals and you get event collectible, get body checks with Ted Lindsay and you get event collectible, score goals with Ted Lindsay and event collectible. It's all about these event collectibles. Technically, they will not really give you anything, but at the same time, you can actually farm these event collectibles and make an 86 overall cards, which after, even if you don't want to upgrade those MSPs, you can just trade them in always for a power-up collectibles because it's all about the collectibles in this game. And then, obviously, you open 7 daily rewards, you get event collectible, complete 55 games in Rivals Champs with 1 or more Stanley Cup playoff items, and you get a power-up collectible. This is where it's getting interesting because I like power-up collectibles, I'm not really interested in event collectibles. And you have to complete 19 games, you get another power-up collectible, and then complete 110 games, you get power-up collectible, and of course by completing everything you get additional 2 power-up collectibles. At this point there are just way too many objectives. Like, I don't mind and there are things to do because a lot of people just picked up the game recently and there is something for them to do. They will get a lot of coins, collectibles, and they will be able to make a lot of fodder we probably already have. But I like that EA is looking out for the new players, but I also would like to see them looking out for the players who are playing this game from day one. They have to find a way how to reward us. 86 free overall card is great for someone who is just picking up the game. For someone who is playing the game from October, I would probably like to see something different. Again, I don't want to sound greedy, or I don't want to sound that I just want EA to give me everything for free, but in the same time, I just think like, if you want me to play this game in June, then you definitely need to figure out how to reward me. But there is one last thing I'm disappointed about, and this is packs. EA released something so stupid that I just don't know how to even describe. This is probably the biggest scam EA ever released in NHL video games. We have this top line pack, like what the hell is this? You get one of each 86 plus overall left wing, center, right wing, left defenseman, right defenseman, and goalie. So for 9,000 points, you will get yourself 6 86 overall cards. There are multiple people who opened this pack just for signs because they have a lot of coins. You can spend 650 coins, and all they got was around 86, 87 overall cards. Also, this is untradeable, like, what the hell, EA? Why would someone spend real money, and we are talking about a lot of money, for 686 overall untradeable cards? Yes, I get it, you can pull higher than 86, but there is really no guarantee. If you look at the odds, you only have 26% to pull a 90 overall card, like, what the hell? At the same time, for 110k coins, you can buy this guaranteed 186 overall. So basically, you can buy like 6 of these packs and get the same 86 overall cards, or even higher, but they will be tradable. If you look at the odds here, you have 57% of pulling a 90 overall card. Why would someone go and buy top line pack if they can just go and buy 20 of these, which I probably would recommend everyone to open because this is so stupid. Okay, that's me done covering yesterday's content. Really disappointed about the MSP choices, like I already mentioned multiple times. I still think that the MSPs are good and like the stats are great if you pull them on tradable, but I just don't see a point someone going and making the cards because if they are a fan of the players, they probably already have them. I want to see the variety. I want to see more players getting an MSP, something where I can go, oh my god, I want to build a team, and they finally gave this player a card. Or not something like, oh, this player is getting a card again. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Have a good one and see you on the ice.